Hello there. Welcome back. I am on page 45 in the book, and we're looking at a new story today. This one is a science article about the sun, earth, and moon. So on page 45, I'm looking at this story that has 4 paragraphs. So it's a reasonable length. That's a little bit harder to deal with than just one paragraph. But if you recall, we started off with cats and dogs. We talked about the 2 great statesmen, Lincoln and Kennedy. And so now we are up to an even more difficult passage that compares and contrasts 3 things. So I want to read this article for you to start with, and then we'll go back and annotate it. I like to read through it first and just let the information sink in, and then I'll go back and look at the specific things that we need to note. So this one is called Sun, Earth, and Moon. There are 3 very important space bodies that control life as we know it: the Sun, the Moon, and our planet Earth. They are in one galaxy. The Sun is the center of our solar system, but it is one of countless stars in the universe. The Sun is a ball of burning gas that provides light to the Earth and other planets. Like the Earth and her moon, the Sun is turning on an axis. Earth is a planet, and the Moon is Earth's satellite. The Moon moves around the Earth in a regular pattern. Earth is much bigger than the Moon. The turning of the Earth determines night and day. The revolution of the Moon determines the tide cycle and monthly phases. Earth has distinct weather changes, but the Moon does not. The Moon appears to change shape as it passes through phases. Both the Earth and the Moon are made of rocks. Each is round and 3-dimensional. Neither gives off light, but each reflects the light of the Sun. Like the Sun, both objects are influenced by gravity. Both are spinning in space with the Sun as they move around the Sun in a year-long orbit. Both the Sun and the Moon appear to be glowing, but the Sun's light comes from burning gases. The Moon's light is a reflection of sunlight. Neither the Moon nor the Sun can sustain life. The Sun is far too hot, and the Moon is far too cold, with no life-sustaining atmosphere. This is a difficult passage. There is a lot of information in this passage, and we're going to have to really do some concentrating to figure out how to put these pieces on a Venn diagram. This is going to be a little more difficult than the last lesson that we did. So let's do some annotating. I put the key down here just to remind you of the colors, and let's just review this while we're here. Remember the topic in a few words. What is the entire passage about? The main idea. What is the entire passage mainly about? The details. What are the little bits of information that tell you about the topic? The keywords. Which words give you clues about how the passage is put together? And then transition words we haven't seen yet. These are words that help us move from one part of the passage to the next. And you'll see these in the next chapter, in the next module about sequence. So for now, we really are just dealing with these 4 elements of comprehension. So I'm going to start, as I always do, with the topic. What is this passage about? And this one we can use the title. It is about the sun, the earth, and the moon. The main idea, in other words, what are they trying to tell me about the sun, the earth, and the moon? And this one is written here. There are 3 very important space bodies that control life as we know it. Okay, and this colon after the word it just tells me that a list is coming up, and that list is just a restatement of the topic. This is a really good strategy if you're writing your own story to restate that topic there as part of your main idea. Makes a pretty impressive sentence. Okay, the keywords, obviously sun, earth, and moon are going to be keywords. Also, the word they, that is indicating all of them. Here's sun. There's sun again. There's earth. There's earth. There's moon. And there's sun. And you may notice that sometimes I capitalize sun and sometimes I don't. That is actually okay. I talked with an astronomer and I asked him about that. What is the rule for capitalizing sun, earth, moon? And he said it's okay either way. You can capitalize or you cannot. It's really correct either way. So I wanted to show you that. That's why I did that in this passage. Okay, the next paragraph, let's do keywords. I have earth, moon, earth, moon, earth, earth, moon. And I'll quit saying that because I know that's annoying. And I may have missed one. It's okay if we do. We're getting the gist of it. So we're looking for those words that relate to our topic. I'm also looking for the word both because that is like they. It's telling me that the 2 things are the same. So we have both earth, moon. There's both. Both. There's sun and sun. And I missed a sun right there. Okay, and then I have both. Sun, moon. Sun, moon. Moon, sun. So all I've done, and hopefully you're doing it with me, I've just gone through that passage and I've highlighted the keywords, the words of the topic and the word both, because that is going to let me figure out the similarities and differences. So then let's go back one more time, and rather than really clutter this up, I'm going to just use pink and underline this time so we can just see the details. Okay, the first thing that I see is the word they, meaning all 3 of our heavenly bodies are in one galaxy. The sun is the center of the solar system. It is a star. It's a ball of burning gas that provides light to Earth and other planets. Here's the word like. That is a key word. That is telling me how things are alike. So let's go ahead and highlight that one with yellow. Like the Earth and her moon. So they're telling me that the sun, the earth, and the moon are the same here. And that key is that it's turning on an axis. Okay, here we have Earth is a planet. The moon is a satellite. The moon moves around the Earth in a regular pattern. Earth is bigger than the moon. The turning of Earth determines night and day. The turning or revolution of the moon determines the tide cycle and monthly phases. Earth has distinct weather, but the moon does not. The moon appears to change shape It doesn't, but it appears to as it passes through its phases. Both the Earth and the Moon are made of rocks. Each is round and three-dimensional. Neither gives light. Each reflects the light of the sun. There's that word like again. That is signaling a similarity. So I want to mark that. I didn't catch that earlier. Like the sun, both objects, the Earth and the Moon, so all three are influenced by gravity. Both the Earth and the Moon are spinning in space with the sun, and they move around the sun in a year-long orbits. Both the sun and the moon appear to be glowing, but the sun's light comes from burning gases. I already marked that part up at the top. The moon's light is a reflection of sunlight. Neither the moon nor the sun can sustain life. The sun is far too hot, the moon is far too cold, with no life-sustaining atmosphere. Okay. So I have annotated this passage. This is, again, a very long passage, I know that. And when we get to our door that goes right there, we will be using those keywords and all that stuff as usual to fill that in. So we'll see this again in the graphic organizers and also when we do the Venn diagram. So I will see you soon.